Hello lovelies. This video is something just a little bit different. It's a show and tell. I've been beavering away making lots of things and forgot to turn the camera on with each thing I've been doing. But I have been, in my own defense, I've been working here, I've been working there, and I've been working there, and I've sort of been all over the place. So, let me start off with some tags. I cut some tags. I had strips of manila folder that were just about yay wide. They're about half an inch or 3/4, maybe an inch longer or wider than this. But my little punch will only take 2-inch strips. So I'm just getting it out to show you. It's an EK Success one. Stampin' Up. It's a retired punch. And a 2-inch piece. This won't go through. This is the width I've got here. So if I put this piece here through, and I'll do that now just to show you, it will give me the beautiful pre-punched and pre-shaped top, which when making a lot of tags, when you've got, an excess of stuff going on in your life, you need something quick and easy. So just push it in there, push that bit down, and look, there you have the lovely shape, the pre-punched hole. It's all there. It's great. And that's another one I can use in another journal. These bits I think I'll throw in the bin. And that's the only waste you get out of a 2-inch piece. So that's kind of cool. But I've been making lots of tags. There's 35 here. I've made things out of some of them. So all up, there was about 40 tags that I punched. It was time consuming, but it was a lot of fun. So let me show you what I've been doing. This piece of paper, or this piece of card, was the cover piece to a piece of Kaisercraft paper pad. So I thought, well, they're pretty enough to go on the front and on the back of a tag. A little piece of gold stretchy, and that one's done. This one, front and back also. I just wanted to cover both pieces. I don't know why. This one is a little bit different. I was watching Pam from the, let me just get my book and make sure I get this right. I made this little journal, I've got this little notebook. I haven't finished putting more pages in yet. But the Paper Outpost, her video is called Got a Greeting Card? And she used greeting cards cut into 2 or 3 pieces to make flaps for a journal. Now just get out a little journal that I've got sitting in my whips box. This one has not been adorned or touched, and I haven't shown you yet, but the fun thing about this is, if you're working on a page, or sort of you've gone halfway through your journal, and you're up to a certain page, and you want to make a bookmark, but don't want to have anything too fussy, this one will sit quite nicely there, over the page. It's not in your way. You can leave it up a little bit, so that bit sticks above the page if you want to. So I made that one, and then I thought, well, that was fun. Let's do another one. So I just left the fold on the manila folder, put it through my punch, and it did both pieces and left the fold alone, which was awesome. And this one also will sit at the top. So if you've got 2 things you're working on, you could put this into your journal. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, she says, it's really easy. I've got fumble fingers. And that will sit above, so that you know when you want to work on this fun page, you can just go like this. Open it up, and there it is. You can work in that page there. Or if you want to work on the button page, open that up, and there it is. Very easy bookmark. It's wonderful. So if you want to see how to do those, go along and have a look at Pam from the Paper Outpost. I will put that down in my description box so that you can see what she does. She's very clever, very, very clever. But I had some pieces of paper laying around that I hadn't used, so I put them all together, made the little envelopes at the top there, put something else on the top of them. So I've been doing little envelopes as well. So that leads me to another thing, small thing. It was tags Now once again, I've had pieces of paper laying around, and I've been sorting through my boxes trying to work out what I can keep, what I can give away. And these pieces of card just hit me in the face, and I thought, tags. Let's have a go at that. So, once again, into my stash I went. I found the cards, which I cut them into tickets. They were strips. And I thought, I have got enough cluster strips to last me and other people a lifetime. So I thought I would do some tickets. I still have this stack here to do, but I need to take a little bit of a break. When you're mass producing, it's fun, but it does leave you very weary. It's always good to have a little break away from mass productions so that you can give your brain a little bit of a chance to relax and think on another mode. But for these, I used some of my embossed papers, cut a template ticket that will fit into the middle of the larger ticket. I've got my unused card. It's one of those reward things. You go into the shop and you buy so much and you get so much a reward back. It wasn't very big, but it's a perfect thing to cut corners to different sizes. And these I used for the smaller ones, like that, and you just turn it round, cut again, turn it round, cut again, and do the same all the way through. So I cut the embossed template, put a piece of embossed paper in the center, and then dressed it up with some butterfly stickers that I found in my stash. And while I was on my little discovery trip, I located some 3D flower things that I had cut out. So I thought, I don't want to put those onto a card, not right now, so I'm going to use them to dress up my tags. These do need a little bit of extra bling on them, and I hadn't got that far before I turned everything off last night. I was getting a little weary. I actually left this mess in front of my computer, and when I got up this morning, I thought, you lazy sod, why did you not clean that up? And I thought, you were just too tired. So into bed I went, and I thought, okay, do that tomorrow so I can put some bling here, wherever I can put bling. But those are the tickets that I've been making, and I will continue to make those until this little stash is gone, or it is made up. And then I will put them into little packages and put them into my Happy Mail and my racks, so that I have got some lovely pretty things to give some people as well. The tags that I cut out before, that big stash of 35, is going into one box, because I have quite a lot of manila folders. I can afford to give a lot away. It's no big deal. Now I'm just going to tidy this up. That's the insert. That one I've got to decorate that. I'm just determined to put things away as I'm creating them, or put them into the box for the recipient, or into a bag. They've got to go somewhere. They can't just sit around on my table anymore. It is just not practical. I'm running out of space on my table because I've turned it into my crafting zone, which is very naughty. But that's me. And anyone who knows, when they come to visit me, if they're not here for a meal, the table is going to be covered in my stuff. So, take me back to the tags. So there's these strips here. They were, the tags are the pieces of scraps were this wide. So what could I do with those? Oh, no, darn, I can't take them out. I left some unadorned. Others I've put stamps on them, and then I've turned these into little tags with stamps and edging on them. I thought someone might like to use those. Made a topper with a piece of this and 3 of my little micro envelopes, my micro minis. So that's going into a parcel. I then cut out bits of paper that I had left over from different projects, and I've put them into here. Someone who is new to junk journaling would absolutely love this little parcel, so that's going into a box as well. Oh, whoops, and I just dropped everything on the floor. No, not everything, just the tags. Excuse me while I bend down and pick them up. Because if I don't do it now, I'm going to trip over them in 5 minutes' time. That won't be any fun for anybody. So, those things are done. Then I was watching Nikki's Crafting Corner, and she had lot of bits of paper, little scraps that you cut off when you're making a junk journal. And she dyes a lot of her papers, avocados and food colouring and different colour teas and all that sort of stuff. And I thought, how absolutely wonderful. And when I looked, I've used up all my tea-dyed papers. I thought, okay, what are you normally using? Exercise books. So what I did was, and I don't have, oh yes I do. Excuse me reaching in front of you. I use my grandchildren's leftover exercise pages out of their school books, and I use them in just about every journal I've got. Some journals are made purely with lined paper, and others have got different mixes of lined paper, blank paper, music paper, magazine pages, advertisement sheets, ledger paper, you name it, or book page, you name it, I'll use it. But a lot of them, because I've got so many of these books, a lot of my journals are purely and simply made out of lined paper. It's repurposing, but it's giving me some fun and you folks something to look at when I make a deal of myself and do something wrong, like reaching in front of the camera again. But what I did after watching Nikki was made all these little books. Now I've got these two clips here for the purpose. These little books are not dressed up yet, but they range anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches square. They've got mostly the exercise book. Occasionally they've got a little piece of blank paper in, or I've put in a little piece of I'm stumbling. Scrapbook paper that I've had strips left over. These little journals are just the right size to put little things into. I haven't done anything with the inside yet, but I have dressed up some of them. Those are not dressed, so they can go over there. But a little ticket, one vertical, one horizontal. Once again, I had some of these stashed, so I've used them. This was the leftover piece that I did with my floral clusters, another little piece of their border, and that one's dressed up. Just a little border. Throwing them at you, sorry. They can be used in any number of ways. They can be put into a card for a little notebook. They can be put a hole in one of them, or whatever. Put a hole there and hang it on the side of a journal as a dangle. Put some beads on it, and you've got yourself covered. But they are just so quick and easy to make. All they are is pieces of paper measured, one piece of scrap, folded in halves, measure the page just a little bit smaller than this. See, there's a piece of scrapbooking paper. And then cut some paper and put it inside, and just one staple in the center. How easy is that? These took me probably about an hour because I was fluffing around doing silly things, but that's part and parcel of having fun, isn't it? Making a mess and then sorting it out, and that's gone on the wrong way. So we'll drag that around the front. It's not going to drag. I'll do that later. But, I've got all these wonderful little books that I can play with now. This one is thin enough, it'll go through my crocodile quite easily. I can put a hole through that, put a bulb pin through it, clip it onto the front of a journal or the back of a journal or the side of a journal, and it'll hang quite beautifully. Put a little bit of chain on it and it'll hang even better. But there's all these wonderful little books that I can dress up and I can play with and then put into parcels as well. And it is literally just little scraps that I had left over. I think I had fairly long ones, so this pink bit got 3 little books out of it. This one here and these others. But, other pieces, like this green one here, I only had a tiny little piece that was sitting in a folder. And I thought, use it, Ruth, use it, get it out of the way. There's several of those because I had lots of it, and same with this one. But they're so much fun to do. So much fun. So if you've got little scraps, don't throw them out. Put them into a plastic bag. When your plastic bag is half full, take them out and think about what you can do with them. It's a wonderful, wonderful free resource because you've already used the majority of that paper. So what's better than to recreate something with the tiny little bit of leftover? You know, a strip that's 12 inches long like that, yes, you can put it on the side of a page if you're doing a scrapbook. Yes, you can put it on the side of a page if you're doing a journal, make a pocket out of it. But they get boring every now and then. You want to find something different. These are the perfect thing. And with that, I'll remind you once again, Nikki's Crafting Corner for the micro books, and Pam at Paper Outpost for the cards for bookmarks. And once again, I will put those down in my description box. But I do thank you very, very much for coming back to see me. It's always fun chatting with you, and it's always fun to read your messages. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch up with you on the next video. Bye-bye for now, my friends.